Hello everyone. Today we are going to read our second chapter, All Human Beings Are Equal. We have read in the earlier chapter what diversity is. We also know how geography influences us and our habits. At times we meet people who are very different from us. Some people make fun of those who are different. They develop negative attitudes and opinions against such people because they feel safe with only those who talk, dress, and think like them. Prejudice and discrimination exist at both the individual and the social level. To get rid of prejudice and discrimination, we must deal with existing beliefs in society. Prejudice. Prejudice is an unreasonable dislike for a particular group of people or preference for one group over another. So, there may be negative attitudes towards or opinions about a person or group simply because the person belongs to a specific religion, race, nationality, or another group. Prejudice invokes strong feelings that are difficult to change. Prejudice can be guided by the color of the skin or the accent in which a person speaks or the clothes they wear. Prejudiced people often hurt other people's feelings. Discrimination. Discrimination means unfair treatment of a person or group on the basis of prejudice. It means treating other people badly, not allowing them to participate in certain activities, restricting their access to work or living in certain neighborhoods, or denying them the things to which they are entitled to by right and law. For example, in some villages, some people are not allowed to draw water from the village well. People belonging to different regions and religions speaking a particular language may be discriminated against because they are considered inferior. Poor people are also discriminated against and treated badly because of their economic condition. Stereotypes. A stereotype is a fixed general image of a person or thing. For example, when it is said that people of a particular race are criminals, it is not right because criminals can exist in all races. Stereotypes prevent us from looking at each person as having unique qualities. Instead, they place a large number of people under one category. Let us take an instance from our day to day lives that shows how such attitudes exist in our society. Sulakshana has three sisters and one brother. Her mother pays more attention to her brother. Sometimes Sulakshana looks very sad. She does her homework and also looks after her brother and sisters. She is very soft spoken and gentle, and she dances and paints beautifully. Her younger sister is talkative. She is not soft and gentle like Sulakshana. Sulakshana's younger sister runs very fast. She is a member of the Kho team. Gaurav is Sulakshana's classmate. He teases her by saying that she is physically not as strong as him. One day, Gaurav played a throwball match against a team from another school. While playing, he fell down and hurt himself. He did not cry in front of everyone because they would laugh at him. He cried quietly when he was alone. Sulakshana's younger sister is physically strong, but Gaurav cries when he gets hurt. These actions go against the stereotype image that our society has created about boys and girls. For example, the quality generally associated with girls is that they are shy and not physically strong, while boys don't cry even if they are in pain. Many of us have prejudices about members of groups different from others. We should, however, recognize that we are not being fair if we treat people differently because of these stereotypes and prejudices. Each one of us deserves to be considered a unique human being. It takes courage to stand up against injustice and fight discrimination and stereotypes. Special children, a case study. A child is special when his or her capacities and needs are different from other children. He or she has difficulties, disabilities which other children do not have. A broad classification of special children can be made on the basis of child's mental and physical condition. The terms impairment, disability, and handicap are often used while referring to a special child. An impairment is loss or abnormality of the body structure or its function. For example, losing a limb in an accident. An impairment may or may not interfere with the performance of a child. A disability is restriction resulting from an impairment to perform an inactivity in the manner considered normal for a human being. A handicap results from an impairment of or a disability that limits or prevents the fulfillment of a role that is normal of that individual. Disabled children are now called children with special needs. How would you feel if a special child is your classmate? What would you do to make this person feel comfortable and accepted? What is the reaction of other children towards such a child? In what ways are people with special needs discriminated against? Caste-based discrimination. The word Dalit means broken, that is, discrimination has broken a particular class. The government calls them scheduled caste or SCs. In the caste system, different castes such as Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Shudras were placed on different levels. Those on the higher level considered themselves to be superior, while those on the lower levels were considered untouchables. Caste rules were rigid. They did not allow the so called untouchables to do any other jobs. They were not allowed to enter the area where the houses of the upper caste were located. Untouchable families could not draw water from the village well or enter temples or schools. Therefore, they were discriminated against and had no rights. This kind of discrimination robbed them of respect and dignity. Fighting for equality. During the freedom struggle, Dalits, women, tribals, and farmers fought not only for freedom from foreign rulers but also for dignity and equality. For example, women wanted to be educated just like the men. Dalits fought for the right to enter temples, and farmers and tribals wanted to be free of the control of moneylenders who charged high rate of interest. The Constitution of India, which contains all laws, rules, and regulations of the land, gives equal rights to both women and men and does not allow any discrimination on grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth. Gives power to the state to favor disadvantaged groups. Categories for whom special steps can be taken by the government are women and children, scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, other backward classes and minorities, physically challenged people. The Constitution says that it shall be the duty of the state to protect the weaker and backward sections from social injustice. Seats are reserved for SCs and STs in the legislatures and educational institutions. Part 3, Fundamental Rights. Part 3 of the Constitution of our Republic deals with fundamental rights. It contains powerful provisions to fight all forms of discrimination, including those which are based on race, caste, and descent. Everybody has equal rights and opportunities. Untouchability has been legally abolished and its practice in any form is not allowed. Everyone has the freedom to choose his or her occupation or profession. Anyone can apply for government jobs. People belonging to different religions have the freedom to follow their religion, speak their language, and celebrate their festivals. The Constitution of India recognizes diversity and believes in equality. Everyone has the right to express her or his opinion. A religion, language, or culture or festival cannot be forced upon people. India is a secular country with people belonging to different religions living together. We must live and work harmoniously and productively with others who represent various racial and cultural groups, backgrounds, and abilities in our society. One of the greatest obstacles in creating such a future is prejudice. Incidents of prejudice and discrimination occur every day. For example, some people are called objectionable names, excluded from jobs, neighborhoods, social events, and clubs, and denied bank loans and educational opportunities. Attacked and beaten, their homes, places of worship, burial, and cemeteries are looted or destroyed. Paid less wages than others for doing the same amount of work. We must remember that there is no place for prejudice or discrimination in our communities, homes, schools, or places of work. People will have to struggle for equality and the government will have to support them. Equality is a goal to be achieved. We are making efforts to reach that goal. So, this was our chapter All Human Beings Are Equal. If you have any doubt or query, you can ask me in the comment section below. And if you want links to other chapters, you can check it in the description box below. Thank you everyone.